Joining me now is the human rights lawyer Mark Guthrie. Thank you for being with us. Let's just start at the beginning of all this. If there is no apparent plausible justification for this war, does that make it an illegal war?
Yeah, those who wage war are accountable for their actions, and they're accountable under law. And Mark, it's quite ironic that you're speaking from Lviv, because it's in Lviv that the concepts of genocide and crimes against humanity were developed after the last World War.
Is that right? And the ICC war crimes prosecutors, as I was just saying, says there is now a process underway here. I want to know how significant you think that is, and what is the process that would be underway at this stage of a conflict like this?
Well, it's very significant as it's an indicator of accountability, as I said, for those who wage war. That people just can't get away with it. It's a marker for it. But the thing is, it's a very long process, and the history of prosecuting war crimes indicates that it's a very long and drawn-out process. If you think of a good example of the former Yugoslavia, a conflict which ended 26 years ago, began in 1992, well, the International Criminal Tribunal for the former Yugoslavia only wound up its work at around the end of 2018, and the prosecution within Bosnia-Herzegovina of war crimes is still ongoing and has quite a long way. So although it's absolutely right that the prosecutor is investigating potential war crimes, this is not going to be a quick solution, and sadly, it's not going to stop any atrocities. It's important that sorry, Mark, Ikara?
No, I was just going to ask you, what are the chances of, people responsible for those war crimes being held accountable?
Well, that's going to be difficult. Those responsible are right from the top to the bottom. So at the very top, you've got Vladimir Putin, you've got his generals, potentially you've got the foreign minister, and then you've got the foot soldiers. So all are potentially liable at their particular levels. But actually putting them on trial is not going to be easy. They're going to be they're like only the foot soldiers may remain in Ukraine. The generals and Putin and his people in government, they're going to be in Russia. So getting them out of Russia to stand trial is going to be extremely difficult. People remember the long process in the former Yugoslavia to hunt down and capture the Karadzic and Mladic. So there are huge challenges. It's absolutely right that the prosecutor at the ICC has called for resources, because I think one of the lessons of war crimes prosecutions elsewhere is that there has to be political will, there has to be huge resources, human and financial, in order to get the evidence, and then there's got to be international support.
Okay. Mark Guthrie, thank you very much indeed for being with us.